Okay, so everybody, thank you so much for joining us. Mira, hello. Amna, hello. Okay, great to see you all. Right, so are you ready to learn about grammar? A little bit of grammar. We're going to be doing modals today. Modals. So if you're wondering what that is all about, why it's important, I've got a bit of a quiz as well for you to test your knowledge, and then I'll be talking about Members Monthly. Okay, so let's do this. Let me share you. Let me share my slides with you. So modal verbs, everybody. So there's about 9 of them, and we're going to cover a little bit, not all. So we've got can, could, may, might, must, should, shall, will, and would. So modals are auxiliary verbs or helping verbs. So sometimes in your dictionary it's called auxiliary verbs, sometimes it's called helping verbs. I like to call them helping verbs because it helps another verb. It helps me to also understand, oh, modal verbs, I understand it better as helping verbs. So what it does is that it expresses a wide range of meanings. So there's so many meanings attached to these modal verbs that you can't say, okay, can means only this. And so I'll go through a little bit of the meanings as well. So I'm not going to go through all, but I will do my best. Okay. So we have the first meaning, ability. So ability can be in the modal verb can and could. Like for example, I can speak 4 languages fluently, for example. It's just an example, it's not true. But that means that I'm using can to mean ability, right? So that's what can means. But there's an overlap as well because it could also mean possibility. So if you take a look at all of these, it just basically overlaps. We've got 9 there. So possibility, the modals are might, may, could, and can. Possibility. For example, if somebody asks, so why isn't Lisa in class? And I could answer, I don't know. She could be sick. She could be sick. So I'm just making a guess. It's a possibility. I'm using the modal verb could there. So I'm just giving you some examples. A third way for you to understand modals, it could be a way for you to express politeness, right? So we have may, can, could, and would. So politeness can be something like, Madam, could you repeat that, please? Could you repeat that, please? So could is more polite than can, actually. But can is also polite, and may is also polite, and would is also polite, right? Would you sit down, or would you stop interrupting me? Would can be used to express politeness as well. The fourth meaning, probability. Probability, we've got may, might, and could. So an example of probability, I might say, I might look outside the window and I say, oh, it might rain, or it might rain, so we should buy an umbrella, or we should bring an umbrella, right? It might rain, or it could rain. It could be raining outside. So that's probability. And then permission, number 5, we've got permission. We can use can or may. For example, if you want to be polite, you can say you want to interrupt somebody. You say, may I interrupt, please? May I interrupt? Right. So that's a polite way to ask for permission. Or may I sit down? Say that. Okay. Advice, number 6, advice. So advice, you can use the modal verb should for that one. So for example, you should wash your hands with soap, right? You should wash your hands with soap. Or you should knock on the door before you come in. You're just giving them advice. Or sometimes it's something that we say to little children sometimes when we say should, right? Number 7, future, will. So here's an example. My sisters will be coming to visit me in Kuantan tomorrow. Will. So that's a future. I'm telling you they are coming tomorrow. So I said will be here by tomorrow so that we can have lunch together tomorrow. Okay. Number 8, necessity. So necessity is the modal verb that you can use for this one is must, or even you can use have to or have got to. So must can be, for example, me telling my colleague about tomorrow's preparation. So I could say, you must wear a formal attire tomorrow because we have a major presentation. You must wear, all right? You must wear formal attire tomorrow. And number 9, assumption. So assumption, it can be, you can use modals like must be or can't be. So for example, I look at a person who looks really tired and I say, oh, you must be tired from all the driving you did all night, right? So I could say that. You must be, I'm making an assumption, I'm just making a guess. So here are 9 possible meanings of the modal verbs. And as you can see, the modal verbs overlap, all right? So that's where the complication might occur when we don't understand how to use the modal verbs, all right? So I'm going to give you a bit of a pronunciation practice as well. This is with contractions. So contractions, what that means is that you want to make it short. So we're going to use contractions. We're going to make these modal verbs into negative modal verbs. So for example, the first one is must not, and check out the spelling. MUST, mustn't. So this is a difficult one. Mustn't. You mustn't tell this to anyone. It's a secret. You mustn't, excuse me, mustn't. So that's a difficult one, even for me. So you can practice along with me. Mustn't. Okay. Number 2, cannot. So you can contract this and make it short. CAN apostrophe T. So you can say it like this: I can't help it. Or you might prefer can't. I can't help it. Can't or can't. So you have to practice with that if that's a difficult sound for you to make. Will not. Now the contraction for will not is WON apostrophe T. Won't. My cat is sick and won't eat. Right? Number 4, shall not. This is a difficult one because the pronunciation is strange. SHAN apostrophe T. So it's shan't. I shan't say it. That's a difficult one. All right. Number 5, should not. So check out the spelling. SHOULD and apostrophe T. Shouldn't. He shouldn't have married her. So you can practice along with me. Number 6, would not. Okay, check out the spelling. It's one word. WOULDNT. Wouldn't. They wouldn't listen. Number 7, might not. Okay, so this is a difficult sound. I'll try to say it along. I'll try my best. MIGHTN apostrophe T. So it's mightn't. So it might be a silent T. It's a glottal one, mightn't. So here's an example. There is a risk that it mightn't work. Right, so this is a difficult sound. So if you can't say these words, just don't use the contractions. So instead of using mightn't, just say might not, right? Instead of wouldn't, just say would not. So it's just, my advice for you if it's difficult for you. Okay. Now let's move on to the next general rules to remember when it comes to modals. So modals should not change their form. So we've already learnt the 9 modals. So can, not CANS, cans. Might not. So it's not correct to spell it as MIGHTS. So might should stay as a might. Okay. Here's another rule to remember. A modal is used with another verb. So for example, can I help you? So we have the modal can, and we have a second verb there, which is help. So help is another verb, and we call it as a main verb in this aspect. So can is a helping verb, helping the verb help, right? Third rule to remember, the main verb must be in the base form. The main verb must be in the base form, or another name for it is the infinitive form. So here are some examples. I will prepare the documents. So will is the modal verb. Prepare is the main verb. So it should not be I will prepared the documents. So you should not be adding ed or d after the word prepared. Okay, I will prepare only. Don't say I will prepared. I will preparing the documents. Here's another example. I should buy this product. So not I should to buy this product. That's wrong. It should be I should buy this product. Here's another example. Sabrina can speak English and Mandarin. So it's not Sabrina can speaks English and Mandarin. Okay, there's a bit of spelling error there. All right, so be careful when we're talking about using a modal verb and a helping verb. All right, so I have an exercise for you. So try to answer this by writing in the chat the answers to this. So you can underline the modals and just write the correct answers, underline the modals, and then change the main verbs accordingly. All right. Number 1, I should to go home now. I should to go home now. So where's the modal and where's the main verb? Number 2, she can does 2 things at the same time. Where's the modal and where's the main verb? And how do we correct the errors there? Number 3, my grandmother can speaking English every day. My grandmother can speaking English every day or can speaking English fluently. All right, so what is that? It should be, give me the answers. Number 4, you shouldn't playing with your phone at the dinner table. So where is the modal and where's the main verb? And how to correct this one? Number 5, they can't understand when you speak too fast. They can't understand when you speak too fast. Number 6, may I comes in? May I comes in? What's wrong with that? Number 7, we should stop complaining. We should stop complaining. Number 8, I must studying more. I must studying more. And number 9, would you like a drink? Would you like a drink? So I would like for you to try out the answers. Just write your answers if you can see. Let me make it a little bit bigger so you can see it. Okay, all right. Where's the modal? And can you change the main verbs accordingly? You can write your answers in the comments. All right. And then I will go through the answers with you. Okay, I'm going to give you a bit of time for you to think. I hope you have been listening and trying your best to participate. So you just give you a bit of time. All right. Okay, let me go through the answers. Okay. Number 1, I should go home. Yay. I should go home now. That's right. I should go home now. All right. Thank you very much. Number 2, she can do 2 things at the same time. She can do 2 things at the same time. Number 3, my grandmother can speak English fluently. So can and speak. Okay. Number 4, you shouldn't play with your phone at the dinner table. Shouldn't, right? Number 5, they can't understand when you speak too fast. So it's not they can't understands or they can't understanding. All right. Number 6, may I come in? May I come in? Ooh, not may I coming in, may I comes in. Number 7, we should stop complaining. So should is the modal verb and stop is the main verb. Number 8, I must study. more. I must study more. No, I must studying more. All right. And number 9, is it would you like a drink? It should be would you like a drink? Would you like a drink? Okay, so there you go. I hope you try to answer as best as you can and you've got at least 8 over 9 or 9 over 9. Brilliant. If you've been paying attention, you should know what the modals are and you should change the main verbs accordingly. Okay. All right. So that's it from me, guys. That's it from me. If you have further questions, you can always email us at My English Matters. So go to info@myenglishmatters.com. Right. So that's it from me. Thank you very much for joining me live today.